Between the hills, the stars, the sky, the river so clear, river so clear.
Good morning, everyone. We figured it was a nice morning for getting a little cozier and being close to one another and feeling the spirit of each other. So welcome this morning. This morning, as is tradition in the Unitarian societies, we light our chalice. And I asked Don to come up and light it for us. For those who are attending online, if you have a candle and would like to light that and share, especially remembering at this time of year when light is such an important and symbolic image of hope and going into the future, we remember that light. With the lighting of the chalice, we reflect on these words from a Chinese proverb. If there is light in the soul, there will be beauty in the person. If there is beauty in the person, there will be harmony in the house. If there is harmony in the house, there will be order in the nation. If there is order in the nation, there will be peace in the world. Today, we welcome all of those who are here. We welcome those who have joined us in Zoom. And as we gather here, we acknowledge that we are on land that has for centuries been cultivated and taken care of by other peoples, and that we come and join them in celebrating this land and in acknowledging that they have had wisdom over the years. We join with the Nueta, the Hidatsa, the Sanish, the Dakota, the Lakota, the Chisitas, the Métis, and the Anishinaabe peoples, and pray and hope that we may be stewards also of this land. This congregation is a place where we gather to nurture one another, to be supported on our life journey, and to put our beliefs into action through work in our communities and the wider world. Hopefully this morning, Elicia and I will be able to bring you insights and happiness and just touching on a few of the things that we like to reflect on this season. So with that, I am going to switch places and go into what I hope will be a meditation that we all can participate in, that we find some warmth and happiness. I was reflecting on some of the songs that come about in the season, and one that struck me was written 1863, where it was another period in American history where things were totally out of whack. And Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, who had also suffered some personal issues at the time, his wife having died, his son being wounded, managed to kind of capture, I think, what a lot of us want to do at this time. We want to look for something that gives us hope. So it's interesting that in his song, I Heard the Bells, he starts out with that kind of hope. So he says, I heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play, and mild and sweet their songs repeat, of peace on earth, goodwill to men. But I think it's telling that his next verse suggests that something that we all kind of face, that when we wish for hope and wish for something good, we also realize that the negative things in life are kind of overwhelming. So his second verse says, and in despair, I bowed my head. There is no peace on earth, I said, for hate is strong and mocks the song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. So in that sense, he echoes, I know for myself, a lot of the factors of what in neuroscience is called the negativity bias, which is the propensity of humans to look at the negative. And as a consequence, this morning, the meditation that we are going to do, which is called the loving kindness meditation, is one where we try not so much to just sit and ignore everything, but rather bring our focus into a positive view, something that we can build on and strengthen. We sit here knowing that we can't make things right in the world in the way that we would like, but we can bring our minds into a way of thinking about them that emphasizes hope and positivity and wishes for everyone. We center ourselves now with a poem that James Broughton wrote. And this is the idea that we center ourselves right here. He says, this is it, and I am it, and you are it, and so is that, and he is it, and she is it, and it is it, and that is that. Oh, it is this, and it is thus, and it is them, and it is us, and it is now, and here it is, and here we are, so this is it. So right now, we settle ourselves in, take a deep breath, let out the thoughts of the day, and we begin our loving kindness meditation. In this, we forget no one, and we extend loving kindness to many groups that we will go through. But be kind to yourselves in this process, because if it becomes uncomfortable, allow yourselves the goodness to skip over some parts and just sit calmly. We do this today using words and thoughts that Thich Nhat Hanh has used. The first thing as we center ourselves is to bring to mind ourselves. This is where it begins. So bring yourself to yourself. And so we say, may I be peaceful, happy, and healthy in body and mind. May I be safe and free from accidents and from all harm. May I be free from anger and unwholesome states of mind like fear and worries. May I know to look at myself with the eyes of understanding and love. May I be able to recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness in myself. May I be able to live fresh, solid, and free. May I not fall into the state of indifference or be caught in the extremes of attachment or aversion. Thus do we give loving kindness to ourselves, and we advance to another group. Bring to mind an ancestor, someone who has helped to bring you to this very day. May my ancestor be peaceful, happy, and healthy in body and in mind. May my ancestor be safe and free from accidents and from all harm. May my ancestor be free from anger and unwholesome states of mind like fear and worries. May my ancestor know to look at theirself with the eyes of understanding and love. May my ancestor be able to recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness in myself. May my ancestor be able to live fresh, solid, and free. And may my ancestor not fall into the state of indifference or be caught in the extremes of attachment or aversion. We now bring to mind a parent or a guardian who has watched over us. And we bring our thoughts of loving kindness to them. May they be peaceful, happy, and healthy in body and in mind. May they be free and safe from accidents and from all harm. May they be free from anger and unwholesome states of mind like fears and worries. May they know to look at themselves with the eyes of understanding and love. May they be able to recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness in themselves. And may they not fall into the state of indifference or be caught in the extremes of attachment or aversion. Let us bring to mind a spouse or partner, and may we wish them loving kindness. May they be peaceful, happy, and healthy in body and mind. May they be safe and free from accidents and from all harm. May they be free from anger and unwholesome states of mind like fear and worries. May they know to look at themselves with the eyes of understanding and love. May they be able to recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness in themselves. May they be able to live fresh, solid, and free. And may they not fall into the state of indifference or be caught in the extremes of attachment or aversion. Let us bring to mind a relative, a sibling, and extend loving kindness to them also. May they be peaceful, happy, and healthy in body and in mind. May they be safe and free from accidents and from all harm. May they be free from anger and unwholesome states of mind, fears, and worries. May they know to look at themselves with the eyes of understanding and love. May they be able to recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness in themselves. May they be able to live fresh, solid, and free. And may they not fall into the state of indifference or be caught in the extremes of attachment or aversion. We bring to mind a teacher or guide who has influenced our lives and brought our thought processes to where they are. And we ask for our teachers and guides. May they be peaceful, happy, and healthy in body and in mind. May they be safe and free from accidents and from all harm. May they be free from anger and unwholesome states of mind, fears, and worries. May they know to look at themselves with the eyes of understanding and love. May they be able to recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness in themselves. May they be able to live fresh, solid, and free. And may they not fall into the state of indifference or be caught in the extremes of attachment or aversion. Let us bring to mind a friend and bring thoughts to them. May they be peaceful, happy, and healthy in body and mind. May they be safe and free from accidents and from all harm. May they be free from fears, worries, and other unwholesome states of mind. May our friend be able to look at themselves with the eyes of understanding and love. And may they be able to recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness in themselves. And may they not fall into the state of indifference or be caught in the extremes of attachment and aversion. We bring to mind now some of the more difficult people. We all have acquaintances, somebody that we barely know, but to them also we extend loving kindness. May they be peaceful, happy, and healthy in body and in mind. May they be safe and free from accidents and from all harm. May they be free from anger and unwholesome states of mind, fears and worries. May they know to look at themselves with the eyes of understanding and love. May they be able to recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness in themselves. May they be able to live fresh, solid, and free. And may they not fall into the state of indifference or be caught in the extremes of attachment or aversion. We bring to our mind those people that we tend to forget, those people in life that we are indifferent to, the store clerk, the person walking on the street. Bring to mind somebody who recently may have been that type of person, and we bring our thoughts of loving kindness to them as well. May they be peaceful, happy, and healthy in body and in mind. May they be safe and free from accidents and from all harm. May they be free from anger, fears, and worries. May they know to look at themselves with the eyes of understanding and love. May they be able to recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness in themselves. And may they be able to live fresh, solid, and free.
As the shadows stretch and deepen, come and make our darkness bright. All creation still is groaning for the dawning of your mind, when the sun of peace and justice fills the earth with radiant light. Still the nations curse the darkness, still the rich oppress the poor, still the earth is bruised and broken by the ones who still want more. Come and wake us from our sleeping, so our hearts cannot ignore all your people lost and broken, all your children at our door. Show us Christ in one another, make us servants strong and true. Give us all your love of justice, so we do what you would do. Let us call all people holy, let us pledge our lives anew. Make us one with all the lowly, let us all be one in you. You shall be the path that guides us, you the light that in us burns, shining deep within all people. You're the love that we must learn, for our hearts shall wander restless till they safe in you return. Finding you in one another, we shall all your face discern. Gentle Father, loving Mother, brother, sister, lover, friend, Spirit of all grace and power, may we praise you without end. Grant us all a peaceful resting, let each mind and body mend, so we rise refreshed tomorrow, hearts renewed to kingdom tend. God of day and God of darkness, may we praise you without end.
Being as this is a meditation on all things, we remember at this time the things of growth on this planet, trees and plants, flowers, all that the earth gives to us. And we also remember the planet, and we extend loving kindness to all growing things. May all life on the planet be peaceful, happy, and healthy in their essences. May all growing life on the planet be safe and free from accidents and from all harm. May we look at all growing life with understanding and love. And may we always rejoice in joy and happiness at life on earth. Likewise, we remember all living beings the creatures of the air, the creatures of the land, and the creatures of the sea. With those, we bring loving kindness and ask that they may be peaceful, happy, and healthy in their bodies. We ask that they might be safe and free from accidents and from all harm. We ask that our anger and our unwholesome states of mind may not descend on them. And may we always look upon the creatures of the earth with understanding and love. And may we always find joy and happiness in their existence. It is not an easy world, so we also, in extending loving kindness, bring our mind to those who we are not able to handle in an easy and loving way. So bring to mind someone who brings irritation to your life that is difficult. And we extend loving kindness to those also. We ask that they may be peaceful, happy, and healthy in body and in mind. May they be safe and free from accidents and from all harm. May the irritating be free from anger and unwholesome states of mind. May the irritating know to look at themselves with the eyes of understanding and love. May they be able to recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness in themselves. And may they not fall into the state of indifference or be caught in the extremes of attachment or aversion. And finally, perhaps the most difficult, we bring to mind someone who may have been hostile to us or dangerous to us. And we ask as much as we can that they might be peaceful, happy, and healthy in body and mind. May they be safe and free from accidents and from all harm. May they be free from anger and unwholesome states of mind, like fears and worries. May they be able to look at themselves with the eyes of understanding and love. And may they be able to recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness in themselves. And may they be able to live fresh, solid, and free. In loving kindness, we try to extend it to all groups and categories. So we finish with bringing to mind all beings stretching not only from this planet, but into the universe. And we extend our loving kindness as far as the imagination can take it. We ask that all beings and all existence be peaceful, happy, and healthy in body and in mind. We ask that all beings and all existence be safe and free from accidents and from all harm. We bring to mind, may all being and all existence be free from anger and unwholesome states of mind, all fears and worries. May all being and existence look onto itself with understanding and love. May all being and existence recognize and touch the seeds of joy and happiness that exists. May all beings and existence be happy, fresh, solid, and free. And may no part of being and existence be caught in the extremes of attachment or aversion. With that, we return once more to where we have begun. For it is within the individual to begin these thoughts and to extend them. And so we begin again with ourselves. May my mind be filled with the thought of loving kindness, compassion, appreciative joy, and equanimity. May I be generous. May I be gentle. May I be grateful. May I be relaxed. May I be happy and peaceful. May I be healthy. May my heart become soft. May my words be pleasing to others. May all that I see, hear, smell, taste, touch, and think help me to cultivate loving friendliness, compassion, appreciative joy, equanimity, generosity, and gentleness. May my behavior be friendly, and may my loving kindness be a source of peace and happiness. May my behavior help my personality. May I be free from fear, tension, anxiety, worry, and restlessness. Wherever I go in the world, may I meet people with happiness, peace, and friendliness. May I be protected in all directions from greed, anger, aversion, hatred, jealousy, and fear.
Hanukkah is meant as a festival of lights, and it tells the story of a war that happened, that the Maccabees, a Hebrew tribe, fought a small, very small, ragtaggy bunch of soldiers, fought against a government that did not support them, that wanted them to assimilate, that did not appreciate their difference. And they didn't have enough light, and they found enough oil that they thought would last a day, and it lasted for 8 nights. So it also becomes a celebration of miracles, as those lights lasted for 8 nights, and you light each light for each night of Hanukkah. And there's other celebrations. It's a historical celebration, not a religious celebration, but spiritually, we want to bring forth, there's a little booklet I have here, but we want to bring forth there's 8 nights, and the middle one is the guardian candle, the shomer, means guardian in Hebrew. And we want to bring forth personally, it teaches us to bring forth personally our oil. Oil is our potential, so to bring forth personally our potential from within, and to strive better, to love better, to do more loving kindness, like the meditation taught us today.
We've been talking a lot about, what is Christmas this time of the year? What does it mean to us? Because we don't want to fall into the path of consumerism, yet we don't really believe, in the Christian basis of Christmas. So it's, we struggle with this every year. I know many people do. What is it we're doing exactly? What are we doing? So like the meditation, and like so many of us need to remember, is it's just a time to share love, share gratitude, be with people that we want to see, and I have to keep that in mind at the forefront of every time leading into these days, because as a mother, it turns into me being Santa Claus, and that's really not who I want to be at this time of the year, So I guess a joy that the pressure is really only coming from me and maybe my 12-year-old, but I'm surrounded by people who can find value in exactly what I'm talking about.
May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
This year for the solstice, I chose to, it was prompted by a challenge, I guess, or something that I saw on social media. But I was prompted to turn off, I turned off my phone for 24 hours and stayed off computer, and it was really good. It was a good, it opened a lot more space for reflection and a recognition of, the constant how I like normally carry my phone with me, like everywhere I go, including like to different rooms in the house, like every time. And so I didn't have to do that when I was off. But I've been just reflecting a lot on what it is to live where we do. And I've always lived in the Northern Hemisphere, and this time of year there's this darkness, and I feel like it invites us to slow down and to be quiet. And I've just been leaning into that and finding certainly some challenge, but also some peace there.
We may be extinguishing a flame, but that flame continues in our hearts and in our work and in our lives and on this planet. So as Don is extinguishing our chalice candle and the candles of others, we listen to the words of Marianne Williamson. You playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking, so others won't feel insecure around you. As you let your own light shine, you indirectly give others permission to do the same.
Comet and Cupid and Donner and listen, but do you dream of the most baby? It'll get better. Hit it. Red-nosed reindeer, reindeer, never shine like the light bulb. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows like the light bulb. All of the other reindeer used to laugh at God in names like Pinocchio. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games like Monopoly. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, ho, 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 Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you get my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, yippee! Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Barack Obama. Thank you for
Put a little love in your heart. 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 You want the world